We had a good start to the Club World Cup, and today we like to keep that momentum going as we play our second game against Es Tunis. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Frankly FM84 and a big thank you for joining me on another episode of Leeds United, Pride of Yorkshire. So in yesterday's episode we kicked off with an absolute mental start. 13 minutes of talking about transfers, players out, players in, players here, players there. It's been absolutely mental. Luckily for us, this episode's not going to be so transfer heavy. We do have to show you that we have completed the signing of Dusan Vlahovic from Real Madrid. I think this is quite a coup, really. He is going to be replacing Benjamin Šeško when he goes to PSG. If you can see just above me in the box, above me here, it tells us that basically we are signing a like for like. Vlahovic has got just a very good rating in terms of our senior team for the Stars, but you can see he probably has room to develop into the same kind of player that Šeško would. Šeško has youth on his side over Vlahovic, but it is still possible that we are signing a like for like replacement. And then the only other thing to show you is players that are going out. Cody Dramer, we have had five, £7.5 million bids for him. So we are going to be looking to move him on. Marco Verratti is another player that we had a bid from Sheffield United, of all teams, £425,000 loan fee, an option for them to buy him for £7 million in the summer if he performs well. At the age of 32, going on 33, looking to get 50% of his wages off of the wage bill. That, I think, is pretty much a good deal for all parties involved. Any other business? I don't think there is. Esposito's on his bike. Those are pretty much the same transfers from yesterday. So yes, all caught up to date in terms of the transfers. We are just going to be moving straight on in to today's game. We are facing off against, now I don't know, is this Es Tunis or ES Tunis? Either way, we're at Stade de Marrakesh and we are in the Club World Cup with breezy temperatures of 35 degrees. So we are going to be having to dig deep in terms of our squad here, because playing in these kinds of conditions means some of the first teamers from yesterday are not even available for this game because the amount it is taking out of them. A bit crazy, we're only allowed to have 3 substitutions, but still, let's have a look at today's lineup and show you who's going to be playing against Es Tunis. As I was just saying, with temperatures of 35 degrees playing out in Morocco, it is not possible to field the same 11 4 days apart in terms of games. So a bit of heavy rotation going on here. The starting 11 will be Meslier in goal, Mitchell, Amay, Konate and Singo at the back, with Gravenberch and Phillips. Thomas, Torre and Angelo will be supporting Šeško up front. Still not match fit, but we want to get him a few more games before he flies off to Paris. Fingers crossed he's going to fire us to another 3 points in the group phase of the Club World Cup. Okay then, so the lineups are in. Es Tunis is on our screen, and then our lineup here, as I said, struggling a little bit. We had to take Diego Carpio out of the substitutes, so it means we are a substitute light, but we have a strong enough squad, I believe, out in Morocco to challenge teams like Es Tunis. And let's find out what happens as we walk out onto the pitch, and we're going to get set up to kick off game number 2 in the Club World Cup. Off and running, and we're going to have a corner kick here as Phillips swings it in towards the near post. Konate is there with a header. I think he's hit the post or the crossbar. Either way, the ball's cannoned out and then it's smashed out for a throw-in. So a bright start, it seems. Gravenberch tries to play the ball forwards and that's intercepted. Luckily for us, it's just lumped long, and Meslier waits for the ball to go all the way into his penalty area before passing it out. He could have just knocked it forwards in the first instance, but he doesn't. And we're just building up now. Angelo goes all the way back to the goalkeeper as well. Do question the game sometimes when it does strange things like this, but if it ends up with the ball in the back of the opposition net, we can build up as slow as we like, and that is exactly what we're doing as Šeško turns to Angelo, plays the ball in behind Thiago Thomas with the first time shot. Goalkeeper gets down and makes the save. So corner kick is going to be swung in here It's Calvin Phillips on the ball. Aims for the near post again. Wisdom MA with the header. Goes out though for a corner kick, so it must have come off of a defender before he got to the ball. And Phillips is going to swing it in again. I think he's going to go near post again. Kanate again with the header, and it goes just over the crossbar this time. So having enough of the ball, enough chances, and another one building here with Pablo Torre to Gravenberch. Plays it to Wisdom away. And some nice build-up play again as Phillips gets involved. Thiago Thomas, I thought was going to turn and have a shot. Instead plays it to Singo. He's going to look to beat his man. Crosses it in and Thomas is peeled away at the back post. Fortunately for us, he was too far away. Plays it back to Mitchell and he has a shot from the edge of the box. And it's turned over for a corner. So Calvin Phillips on the ball again. Swings it in near post. Kanate gets the header this time. He hit the post. This time he's headed it wide. We are knocking on the door. 8 shots, 4 on target so far. Es Tunis haven't had a chance. In terms of the other games in the group, they did play in their first game and get a draw. So a draw here is not the worst result in the world. I'd ideally like to get 6 points out of 6 as we are the much better team. But again, back to knocking it around, looking at the slow build-up. Thiago Thomas with a take, pulls the ball out the air, and in one motion smashes it against the crossbar before Singo gives away a free kick, and he's going to get a yellow card for that. So how unlucky was that from Thiago Thomas? He really rattled it off the bar. We really are unfortunate to be still on level terms. And Es Tunis here are going to try and play it around at the back. They lump the ball forwards. Wisdom May picks it up. It's a Mitchell, Gravenberch, Thomas getting everybody involved. Pablo Torre with a brilliant ball over the top. Angelo's first touch took him away from the goalkeeper. I thought he'd wasted the opportunity. But my gosh, he smashes it back across goal into the far corner. And we are 1-0 in front now. Just as I was saying, we were unlucky not to be in front. We do get that goal. And Pablo Torre has turned up in this game. With those kinds of balls catching the eye, definitely one to cling on to. I was considering moving him on. I don't think he's progressed as well as I would have liked, but definitely if he can play passes like that more often, then certainly he will find his way in the team somehow. I don't know if it'll be every single week, but definitely got to try and get him more involved as he's one of the players that we bought early on in the save, and he's done it again. Sheshko's in. Sheshko has missed from 6 yards. That is very much un-Benjamin Sheshko-like. But definitely, if Pablo Torre can play like that more often, he's definitely going to be pushing his way into certainly the squad, if not the starting lineup. So we're going to make a change at half time. As you can see, everybody is absolutely knackered. But I do not want to risk Benjamin Sheshko, who is far more tired than anybody else. And Singo needs to come off as well. So make those 2 changes at half time. And we're just going to jump straight back in and see if we can't keep the momentum up from scoring before the break. And we have a throw-in that goes to Torre. And this time, unfortunately, plays the ball straight to one of Es Tunis' players. And they're going to try and build an attack of their own. We haven't seen much of them in terms of being an attacking threat in this game so far. And it kind of peters out for them again as we're playing it around at the back as Manea gets the ball and plays it to Calvin Phillips. Some nice keep ball here and in defensive areas, but I'd like us to be playing it forwards a bit more often. And that's what Mitchell does to Thomas. Plays it back to Mitchell, cuts inside, Pablo Torre to Adeyemi. Calvin Phillips with the ball inside for Angelo again. Angelo is another player who I was commenting a couple of episodes ago. Hasn't really developed as much as I would have liked him to. Looking at his stats, I thought it might have been beneficial to have maybe even moved him on or sent him out on loan somewhere. But playing the way he's playing today and certainly taking the chance when he's needed, I think he has a role at the club. I don't know how big the role is. Pretty much like Pablo Torre. But he's definitely going to have a role if he can play like he's playing today in the Premier League. And Thiago Thomas with a cross there. Angelo's underneath this ball. It goes over the top of him initially. He's back into the box. He's had another shot, and this one's gone straight at the goalkeeper. Looking at his ratings, I'm not surprised to see. Well, he was the only person really on a green rating. 7.3 he was on. And he has played really well in this game. Hopefully he can continue this form but we're on the attack again. Thiago Thomas to Pablo Torre. Adeyemi. Thomas is in. Thomas has scored, but this one's coming back. He was miles offside, surely. Even when the first ball was played, I'm thinking to myself, that's not going to stand. Yeah, disallowed goal. Not really surprised. If they show the replay of this, Thiago Thomas had run about 3 yards offside. There he is. He's miles ahead of the defenders as the ball comes to feet. He tucks it away really, really well, but never, ever, ever any doubt that that was going to stand. So, I mentioned in the last episode that we seem to have took 30,000 people to Morocco. Well, in this game, it's saying that there's only 4,000 of those people still in Morocco, as Es Tunis are by far the better represented team in the ground for this game, which is a little bit strange. Where did all those fans go? There's 54,000 in the stands and only 4,691 are Leeds fans. But it doesn't matter because they're seeing us lead the game 1-0 and then we've hit the bar, we've hit the post, we've had one cleared off the line, all in the same little passage of play. What are we going to do to get a second goal? Hopefully it's going to come from this. Phillips is on a free kick, swings it in. Kanate, big header at the back post, over the bar again. So created so many of those chances and just cannot take any of them in this game. And is there a sting in the tail? No, Angelo cuts the ball out. I was just thinking to myself that there's only 4 minutes left. Es Tunis really haven't had anything in terms of attacking options. And were they going to build an attack in the depths and steal a point off of us? But no, it's us that are on the attack again. Karim Adeyemi there misses an absolute... Oh my gosh. Stop talking because I thought I was about to predict the future. They've had a free kick that's hit the top of the crossbar. Too close for comfort. We've had 33 shots, 13 of which have been on target. Wow. We really do need either Sheshko to get fit quick or to get one of the other strikers involved if we can, because we need goals. Still, it's 3 more points in the Club World Cup and we are looking to progress. So let's head back to the homepage and see if that progression is confirmed. We have played 2 games. Let's have a look, see what it says here. Leeds secure victory. Leeds qualify for the quarterfinals. Let's see, does it say who the quarterfinal will be against? No. Got the European Super Cup already announced, facing off against Manchester City in the European Super Cup, so that's quite interesting. But in terms of the World Club Championships, still nothing announced. But we know we are definitely there, and that is going to be tomorrow's episode. Another victory then in the Club World Cup as we secure our place in the quarterfinals. I got a feeling this is where it is going to really start to get tough. Looking at the players, some of the war of attrition that is going on for fitness. Half of the squad is just struggling. The other half of the squad are playing through something. It's going to be difficult to win this tournament, especially when you're out in those kinds of heat and those kinds of conditions. But we will plug on and we will attempt to win this trophy for the first time in the club's history too. But if you're at this point of the video, you're still watching, still enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to help the channel out. If you've done that already, a big thank you. If not, please consider doing so. I appreciate every interaction that I get with the channel. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it there, and you're going to have to come back tomorrow to find out who we are facing off against in the Club World Cup quarterfinals.